How is everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome. I am so late. I'm like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours late. I apologize. I just couldn't align my errands as I thought. Plus, I've got a cold. If you can hear from my voice, so I'm not going to be on here for long. But welcome in. The topic of today is a live stream. This is a live stream. It's live. It's not recorded at all. So yeah, feel free to drop your questions as well as participate in here. The title of today's live stream is why a woman must have the discipline to succeed. Yes, if you are going to date successfully and achieve results, purposely as well as strategically and achieve results, you must have the discipline. You must be disciplined when it comes to snacking and all of those affairs, because if not, then you will continue to recycle BS and dumpster men who are this broke it and act like a desperado, because this is what happens, all right? A man comes to a woman for one single reason, and that is snack. When a man sees a woman, the first thing, regardless of how lovely, how beautiful, how gorgeous, how put together she looks, approaches her for one reason, for snack. He wants snacking, regardless of what that relationship goes on to be and how it pans out at the end. It's always about us. So you as a woman, it's your place to then condition that relationship, condition that acquaintance into what you want, into what is beneficial for you, right? And if you decide to have snacking sessions with this man or any man, it should be because you have decided to, after they've proved themselves worthy of sharing your body with you or having a snacking session with them, right? But if you're one of those women, because what I have noticed is that a lot of women, grown, young, particularly the grown ones, they still talk about things like spec. Oh, I was out the other day, right? And this guy who's my spec to the T, he approached me and I'm like, spec to the T, what does that mean? Does that mean you want to immediately snack with him? So that's where the problem begins. You have to keep away from anything that makes you want to do that. All right? Because it's not beneficial for you, because this is what the man wants. A man does not, 99 out of 100 chance cases, does a man see a woman and immediately says, oh, that's the woman I'm going to marry. I'm going to marry her. No. The first thing that comes to his mind is snarking. He's thinking about snarking with you. And so if you keep seeking those whom you're attracted to, those whom you want to, who according to you are your spectator, and you want to have snacking sessions with them immediately, then you will be living like a proper desperado woman, a basica, because you'll be sharing your body with people who do not deserve it. And I know this is the truth. All right, discipline is so important. It's part of the level of journey. Discipline is not just a mental thing, it's also psychological, emotional, as well as this aspect we're talking about, the D discipline. D discipline will take you so far, because some of you, there are certain men you don't imagine that will ever approach you, or you'd ever be in the same room with them. And when you level up and you change your life and you change your how you do things, and you start going to places where, you know, top performers, high performers gather, you are in the room with the sort of men who are in that sort of category that sort of makes you want to become quite giddy. And because you come face to face with, with some of those people that you think you may never, you become susceptible to snack with people who have done nothing to you. high or low, whether they're brokies or high performers or affluent men, they are basically more or less the same in terms of character. If you give up your snacks to somebody who has not earned it, they will leave. And so you guys keep wondering why you get ghosted. It is one of those reasons. When you give up the snacks to a man who has not earned it, who has not done anything for you, right? He knows that, oh, she's just it's like an ID. Anyone who comes to her, she issues it to them. It's nothing special. So why should I bother? I just took my share and I'm off with it. You know? So how you comport yourself, how you decide to act when you're face to face with the D that you find attractive will determine if you are actually a basic or a leveled up woman. Because tell you what, it may be easy for the leveled up woman for the typical leveled up woman to say no to brokey snacking. But how do you react when you perceive money? You perceive like this guy has got money. This one smells of affluence. Oh, he's driving a Bentley. He's driving an Aston Martin. He's driving a Lamborghini, and it's his. And he looks like money. He's respectable. He's a gentleman. Oh, how do you react? Does your body start to itch and you want to give it up immediately because you think that if you do so, he will stay? No, that's not how this works. That is not how it works at all. In fact, if you give up the snacks to a man who has not earned it, he just categorizes you as a giver. Jenny the giver, you just give. All right? Jenny the giver, you just give to, you're very generous. They'll give you nicknames. All right? So this does not have anything to do with the size of the pocket, but particularly when you are face to face with that man that you think is capable of improving your life or impacting your life in any way, you have to exude that D discipline. D discipline is something that the smartest women in the world have used to win themselves some of the biggest prizes and the biggest bags to secure the biggest bags. Because nowadays, I know you. Someone asked me the other day, right? So what we're supposed to become ice blocks, so we're not supposed to uh, express our sexual. There are so many ways you can help ex express your sexual energy these days. You do not particularly have to lay down with a man. Yeah. So when you have the discipline, it is for your purpose, it is for your good, it is for your self. It's consider it like delayed gratification. All right. Delayed gratification. Who doesn't like delayed gratification? There's so much joy in working for something and earning it. All right. Even that man who, if he likes you, the more you hold on to that cookie jar, the more you let him work for it, the more value you place on it, the more pleasure you derive from it with this person. Okay. So discipline is something that either can make or break you. If you do not have it, you will always be ghosted. Some women in a month, they get ghosted 3, 4, 5 times. And you begin to wonder, what is the problem? How do you do it? How do you get ghosted so often? This is my this is my opinion about it. You get ghosted so much because you give up the goods. You go into snacking with this man so quickly. They say hello to you as much as invite you to dinner or drink. You think, oh, they like you. Oh, they are the best thing that's happened since what is that about? And then once he has done bare minimum and you go ahead and share your have snacks with him. Once he's done with the snacking, what's left to do? What is left to do? There's really nothing. He just because that's what he came for. Remember, in the beginning of the live stream, I did say that when a man encounters a woman, when a man walks up to a woman and approaches and says he wants to get to know her, it is because he wants to have snack with her. He wants to have snacking sessions with her, and nothing else. How it depends on you, the woman, how you comport yourself, how you drive that relationship, that acquaintance that will lead to the results that are beneficial to you. Otherwise, it will always be what they want, regardless of how it pans out. It all depends on the woman. Yes, sometimes they walk up to you and they want to know you genuinely, but mostly it's because that knowing gets to end on in snacking sessions, right? So you, the woman, if you do not learn how to be disciplined in terms of how to control your urges, especially around the man you find attractive, then another thing you can do is to not date or go about attracting men who you're attracted to. Attract the ones who are attracted to you. Forget about the ones you are attracted to. Because if you do not have the discipline and you keep attracting men who you are attracted to, then it means you will be constantly susceptible to snarking prematurely, undeservedly with this man. And the bottom line, or shall I say, the end result of it is that you get nothing. You'll be constantly ghosted and left with regret and self-hate and self-loathing and all of that junk that comes from misbehaving or sharing your body with somebody who does not deserve it or who hasn't earned it. And all of you women would say, "Oh, I don't do it because I expect anything." Good for you. But here, women who are leveled up and are grown up, they don't go about sharing their body with men who have no impact on their lives. All right? You only do it because this person has over time proved themselves worthy of you. They have shown themselves deserving. They have put in the work, they've invested, they've shown you that they don't only like you, they value you, right? And you mean something to them. So if if you cannot have the discipline, the best thing for you to do is, as a woman, is to attract only men who are insanely, obscenely attracted to you, not the other way around. Because if they are obscenely attracted to you, you hopefully are not attracted to them like that. You will be able to control, hold the reins of that relationship more firmly and drive it to a place in a direction that will be beneficial to you, rather than give up um give up control by sharing your body and snacking with a man you've just met who has done nothing. And that this is another reason, this is another point I'm going to make. Another reason why you shouldn't do it is that a lot of you come back saying things like, "Oh, I like him. I'm so attracted to him. I can't stop thinking about him." Do you know why? It's because you have embedded yourself into the illusion of that false commitment, because you have already done that physical part of snarking. You have that false sense of commitment because you've shared something that ideally should not be shared with someone you've just met, who has not done anything, who has not made any impact or added any value to your life. And so you go about having that false sense of commitment and a false sense of being in a relationship when you haven't, you are not. And that's why it hurts so badly for you guys when these guys ghost you and go about and, just you think you've shared something special, but for them, it's nothing. And they haven't worked for it. All they had to do was probably take you out for a drink or a meal in a nice restaurant, and you threw the gates open. All right. And they go about thinking, if that's how you roll, then that's how you probably are with every man. And you're not there to think about to defend yourself. Plus, it's in his thoughts. All right. But if you let a man invest in you, invest financially, their time, their net worth, and all of that in you and with you, when you decide, if and when you decide to have that snacking session, give him the privilege of sharing your booty with him, then it will be something you're doing out of absolute stock taking. You have qualified him. He has proven himself over time, not after a day or 2 weeks, or he has proven himself. And so you deciding to share your body to him as a gift, as something you want to deepen the relationship, then it will be absolutely based on what you feel and all the impact and value he's added to your life, right? And he will value it. He'll see it as a gift. You know that all of that work he's putting, all of that time of courting and all of that, that is the crux of it. He will value it. All right. So it's important that, again, that this is why for me I'm a bit critical of women who keep hinging their lives on their spec, their type, because that it means that you see, because people who do this, I'm sorry, but I'm not being judgy, but women who are on about spec all the time, they are the ones with the worst discipline. They find that um they are quite regretful after every person, every man they meet, because they go and involve themselves into snacking without intending to, because it's in the heat of the moment. There's attraction on both sides, insane attraction, and because they do not know how to say no, or they're worried because, again, they're basicers. They're worried that if they say no, then this guy might go and get it somewhere else. Why not? Let him go get it somewhere else. But because you're a basicer, you do not have self-control or discipline, and you do not have that self-value and self-love or self-worth enough to say that, no, this is my body. I decide to share it with whom I decide to when I am ready. You do not say that, but you go ahead and have snacking sessions with this guy. And the moment they have it, they're gone. They are gone. Because the truth, nobody values what they've not worked for, particularly men. They don't like freebies. Let me ask you a question. If you go to an event and you're given a free scarf, and then you purchase another scarf, say a silk scarf, for like £100, which one are you going to value the most? Of course, you're going to value the one you purchased for £100, not the one that was given to you as a freebie. Why? You will place more value on the one you bought because actually you made a commitment to that scarf. Before you got that scarf, you made a commitment to it, financial commitment. You paid £100 for it, your money. And what happens is that even though it's not something people think about, before you bought it, you saw it, you were attracted to that scarf, you admired it, and you decided that it was worth the price tag. That is how it works with women and men as well. If a man sees you and decides that you're worth his time, you're valuable enough for him to invest in, he will invest in. He will give his time. He will um share his finances with you. He will just add value to your life if you let him. But if you meet him, and even if he decides that, oh, maybe I'd like to know this lady. She's lovely. She's gorgeous, and she looks after herself. And then you rush in and you snack with him. The next day, when he steps out, he's probably going to see another gorgeous woman who's put together, but who will possibly say, no, I do not snack immediately. I need to get to know you. I need to get to know what your values are, what you want from me, and how you can impact my life. before I go down that path. Heck, sex might not even, S might not even be discussed, all right? Snacking is not something that should be talked about the first 1 or 2 weeks of knowing anyone, or even a month, all right? But you, because you do not have that discipline, you think you you will share your body and have snacking sessions and use it as a validation, like an aspect of validation. By sharing your body, you make he's going to validate you and say that you like him. How about he shares his money with you and makes you see that you like him? How about he makes changes, he solves problems for you, challenges you are experiencing to make you see that he likes you. See, this is the thing, the decision always rests with the woman. If you know this, the sooner you realize this, the better for you. The sooner you realize that it is the woman who decides that, okay, this man's proven himself over months, for the past 6 months, for the past 3 months. He's been here, he is a problem solver, his values and mine align, he adds so much value to my life, he brings so much positive difference. So yes, now I want to commit to him by sharing my body with him. It is you, it is your choice and not the man's. All right. That's not a power that you should give to anybody but you. And if you do that, you'll have less regret. I kid you not. If you're one of those women who has no discipline, I challenge you today to decide. What's today's date? The 3rd of December 2025. To decide that for every man you meet, you will deliberately and purposely hold yourself, exert exercise some form of self-control over yourself, and keep your snacks to yourself until that man has proven himself himself to you. Because what this will do, if you do this successfully, is that first of all, you'll be ghosted less. You will be the one ghosting. I mean, what woman doesn't want to be the one ghosting rather than to be the one ghosted? You will be less triggered. So let me go back to the point of being the one ghosting, because I'm, like I said, it's not a long one. I'm going to be get off here soon in the next 10 minutes or so. But when you don't have snacks with a man, you are more clear-minded. You have that clarity of mind to make informed decisions, and decisions that are beneficial to you, not to him. You are putting yourself first. There's no what if. You are in control, and you have not given him access to what he wants the most, which is what you've got. That cute little triangle, that snacks, is what he wants the most. So because you have not given it to him, you are in control. And if he decides to go and chase another one because you have not let him into that aspect of your life, then hasta la vista, baby. On to the next. But you have not lost anything, right? There's no regret, there's no anxiety, there's no thinking, what if, like, imagine if, there's none of that regretful anger, right? Number two is that you are no longer easily triggered when you have the discipline, because you are so centered and you are so in control of who comes and who stays or who goes, that your energy and aura is more grounded and feminine. You're not fighting and easily, you know, affected by everything around or everything any man says, because you know that you're in charge, you're in control. You decide who gets that snacking session and who doesn't. All right. But above all, because you are exerting, you are, what's the word? You are demonstrating your authority, and and exercising your power of choice, right? That's the word I was looking for. You're exercising your power of choice, well, there is no trigger because there's no room for regret. You're happy with the choices you're making. You're working with your timeline. You are setting the timelines and working with them. Nobody's putting you under pressure. You decide because you have those boundaries and you value yourself. So he's not, no man is coming to rush you or make you do what you do not want, or you're not um do snacking and then the moment it's done you're regretting, or even right in the act you're beginning to regret and think, oh god, I have gone again and sold myself short. There's no triggers anymore because now you are in your feminine, you are in control, and you decide. You're exercising your power of choice so positively and for your favor. All right. Another thing is that um the clear air, your space is in a positive clean air. What I mean by this is that the truth is, when you, as a woman, when you have snacking sessions with people, with a man who, or with partners who do not deserve it or have not earned that right, you are constantly troubled. The energy around you is always negative and radiating toxicity, like anxiety, pressure, dissatisfaction, unhappiness. There's just so much negativity that clouds around you and your space. And so it's difficult for anything positive or fruitful to actually happen in that space. But when you do the reverse and you go ahead and have your discipline and you decide that, you know what, my body is, I am a goddess. Whoever I share my body with is privileged, is indeed honored for to have that. So henceforth, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to consolidate and keep myself until someone actually ends it. Then your energy, your space is clean. Your aura is more subtle, is more feminine, it's more elegant, and you're radiating positivity, just gorgeous, clean energy, as opposed to um easily triggered, negative, toxic, anxious, constantly worried. Now you're grounded, you're centered, you're just happy. You exude that feminine aura that is clean and so attractive to good men, all right, to rich well, to top performing men who know the value of a woman, who are going to be attracted to you, not you attracting, you being attracted to them. They are going to be attracted to you, and then you decide how you and in what direction you want to drive that relationship. And I suppose you'll be driving it to where it benefits you the most, where you reap results and fruits of your discipline, of that day discipline. So for if you're watching any one who watches this video, any woman who watches this video, and you think about yourself and you think you do not have the discipline, or if you do a retrospect have a retrospective look on your past relationship, say past 1 year or past couple of months, and you see that you're always ghosted and you're always regretting things, it means that you do not have the discipline. It means that you're prematurely having snacking sessions and sharing your body with this men. So I challenge you, and today's homework is, my love, go back and decide that you are going to develop and teach yourself how to have the discipline, and never again share your body with a man who has not earned the right to share your body with you. And let me know what the results are a month or two from now. Okay, especially in this holiday season, do not let your guard down. Aim high or don't aim at all. That is one of my mottos, all right? Aim high, ladies, or don't aim at all and go for the gold. Go for glow. Go for it is always about you. You always decide. Don't forget, you always are the one who decides. I will be back here on Friday. I won't be able to come on here tomorrow, Thursday, but I will be back here on Friday. Like and follow. If you're not already following, kindly give me a follow and share this video. Oh, this is a live stream. Share the live stream and follow and turn on notifications because I am live almost every day. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And I will see you on Friday.